Greetings from Kevin Savage, Director of the Rhode Island Division of Developmental Disabilities, BHDDH.
Thank you, President Wilcox. I appreciate the introduction, and I am very excited, as always, to be a part of Advocate in Action events. And I love this idea of the hybrid conference. It's interesting, when the pandemic first started and we kind of were forced to do these online events, Zoom events, it seemed very awkward. And now we really can get together online and feel very comfortable seeing each other's faces and talking with ease to each other and having experts kind of run the events for us and kind of get through the technology that we were fumbling through just a couple of years ago. Remember how we couldn't figure out how to get off mute and how to bring documents online, and now it's just second nature. Well, I'll be honest, I can't do a good job on bringing documents online still, but we have people who can do that with us. So it's exciting
Being a leader.
that we can do things in different ways. And we've just grown accustomed to them and we've learned to adapt. And I think getting together means different things to different people at different times. And I think it's wonderful that today we're getting together online and enjoying each other's company and having a conference where it's accessible to a lot of people that maybe wouldn't have wanted to get out 2 days in a row, but can do it in this hybrid method that's exciting for everybody. As a self-advocacy conference, I would just like to compliment all of you on being experts in self-advocacy. A number of you have gone through the Advocates in Action leadership. Is it leadership conference,
Series,
leadership college, and
leadership series.
are just wonderful leaders and self-advocates and bringing other people along to go through that process to become leaders and mentors to other people, so that your entire group really sets an example of, and I know I've said this before, of what the rest of the advocacy, state, and provider community really needs to listen to in terms of how we need to work for you as the rest of the kind of DD community who wants to be supportive, to make a difference in the lives of people with disabilities, to increase access to community and to employment in ways that make sense for you. And your self-advocacy really helps us know how to do that better. As you've said in other conferences, nothing about us without us, so nothing about you without you. And we have to make sure that we stick to that mantra, that is absolutely true. And as we get together again to continue to work toward what's best for people with disabilities, when we do that online, and tomorrow night when we get together in person, which I'm extremely excited about, I think that we want to make sure that as we emerge from this pandemic, we don't forget the lessons that we've learned in it, that there are a lot of different ways to get together. And all of those ways, whether it's online or in person, really need to meet the needs of the community, meaning they need to meet your needs, and you need to make sure that we keep hearing what those needs are and that we keep accommodating those needs. I admire all of your achievements and how you've helped this process forward and how you've insisted on being listened to, and how your voice matters more than anybody else's in this entire community, in the advocacy community, in the state community, and the provider community, including self-directed providers, that we all need to work together to achieve all of the goals that we're still working toward. And once we've achieved a goal and we can celebrate the success of that, it's a compliment to everybody that we set new goals and achieve further ones, so that there's always something else to work toward. We can approach perfection, but we're never going to get there. So no matter what goals we achieve, we always want to work toward new ones. I've often stated that in the medical community, the medical community is always working toward advancement. And in the human service community, we want to be doing the same thing. it's not a shame to the human service community that there's always opportunity for improvement. And it's not to look back and say, why weren't we doing this before, but to look forward to saying, what's our next opportunity for growth? And we all want to be working together for that. Again, coming together, working together, and listening to your voice on what's the next step of achievement that we want to get to. And I look forward to working with all of you to make sure that we're doing that as a team, but with your voice, your advocacy taking the lead. I'm so glad that we're getting together again, and that we're getting together, continuing to get together online, but also really beginning this process of getting together in person. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow night, and so glad to be seeing you today. So I hope you have a wonderful conference, and I hope that it's another step forward in progress of making achievements in the community and employment, and just in your whole lives of having fun, vacations, and whatever else you want to do that makes your life as whole as you want it to be. So thank you for having me. Appreciate it.